Hello everybody and welcome back to more Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. In today's part we will be finishing up Generation 1's storyline. But first, I would like to point out that this will most likely be a short part. I know last part I was talking about how that would be the only one released in that, you know, at the time it's released, blah 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 blah. Who cares? This is going to be a very short part because the strategy for it is... The strategy for it makes it go by really, really fast. Which is why I've set things up beforehand. I've taken a little bit to go through all of the inheritable items. And... get everything set up for the conversation. So the majority of this part will be the conversations that every character can have with one another. A lot of the lover conversations is what they're called. And then it'll just be essentially the end story. But for now, I'm going to go over a quick little synopsis. So I gave Tilde the new renewal band because I really didn't... She was the only one that could get enough money to purchase the renewal band. So I had to handle... I had to give it to her, I should say. And then I gave her an iron sword for fun. Nothing happened with Azel. Nothing happened with Ideen. You got the silver bow just because I didn't want to lose it, but I didn't feel like it wasn't really necessary because he has the brave bow. She got the leg ring. So Erin got the leg ring so she can give it to her daughter, who will have will also be a Pegasus Knight. And a javelin just for some range. Nothing happened for Luwen. Nothing happened for her. Nothing happened for him. She got the speed ring just simply because it was very difficult for me to get anyone else the amount of money. I could have given it to Lex. So he would have the skill speed. And she would have the barrier, shield, and knight. But... when I did it, I didn't really think of that, so she has 4 rings, which is a little absurd. If need be, we can handle doling out rings to other people in the 2nd gen, but for now, we were really running low on money. The only people with money are Alec, who I sold all of his weapons, Noish, who I sold all of his weapons and has max money, and Jamek, who has sold all of his weapons, and he has max money. So, they're the only people with a lot of money. So it made it really difficult to duel things out the way I wanted to. But, anyways. Bridget got the killer bow. It's not going to be useful to the person who it gets passed on to, because they'll have Yoafel. But, I wanted to keep the bow. Just in case. I gave Holian the bolt sword because the child that it'll get passed on to benefits a little bit from having a magical sword or a ranged sword. And then Armor Slayer, Wing Slayer, just so we can keep them. She did not change, and he did not change. Okay, second thing. Through my research, I've learned that everything in your pawn shop will disappear upon ending the 1st gen and going on to the 2nd gen. So that's why I kind of put a lot of focus on making sure everything was kind of doled out and purchased. What's left in here? An Iron Blade, Iron Lance, Steel. I sold all of his axes so we could get enough money. His axes won't get passed on because I don't think anybody can wield these or pass on these axes, I should say. Steel lances probably could be purchased. 3,000 gold. Iron Blade, I'm fine without. The only issue is anyone with... like, she has a silver lance. And a slim lance. I guess I could purchase the silver. Who else could equip it, even? You have the silver sword. And Trifrig. She has a silver lance, but I guess she could purchase it. So maybe we'll give it to Erin. Actually, her inventory's full. I'd have to sell something. Maybe the Horse Slayer? I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot of inventory stuff I did off screen. I did it off screen so I wouldn't have to cut it out. But anyways, moving on. We have all the lover conversations now. So every unit can have, or has about, every female unit has 3 male units they can have a lover's conversation with if they are in fact in love. Which I think the only one here that can't is Bridget, and Holian do not have a lover's conversation. Unfortunately. Tilte has it with Azel, Claude, Lex. Ideen has it with Luen, Arden, and Noish. Aaron has it with... Oh no, I read the wrong names. Oh, Ideen doesn't have one either. Never mind. I forgot about that completely. Oh, you know why? Because Ideen's is only with Claude. That's right. So Ideen can only have a lover's conversation here if she has it with Claude, in which case she'll gain a rescue staff, but we don't have that situation, so it doesn't happen. Aaron can do it with Luen, Ardeen, or Noish. My apologies. Sylvia does it with Claude, Luen, or Alec. Ira is with Lex, Holian, and Arden. And Bridget is with Alec, Jamek, or Medir. And Raquasis is with Beowulf, Noish, or Dew. So they have to fall in love with a specific person, which means we don't get all of them. And plus, since there's so many, we won't get all of them anyways. But for now, let's kick it off. Don't go, Azel. Tilte, you promised you would be headed for Cilici by now. I swear I'll follow you as soon as I possibly can. But you cannot fight the Frege army. Do you really plan on attempting to kill your own father, Tilte? No, I don't think I can. Good. I don't think I could stomach the idea of you or anyone else being willing to kill their father. Look after the children for me, Tilte. Azel! So, I believe a grand majority of these is going to be talking about their offspring. So, in a sense, the second generation. You don't have one. We've nearly reached the end, Lewin. But don't go forgetting that promise you made me, Aaron. Of course. I'm to return to Cilici no matter what happens. Trust me, I'm not planning on dying out here. You're not going to die anytime soon either. Of course. I promise. Being with you, it's as if all my childhood dreams have come true. I'm not going to just die and waste that. I'll always be with you, Lewin. Always. No matter what. Mother's still waiting for us back in Cilici. Hell, she's probably waiting for you more than anything else. Up to Queen Rana. Wait, no. That mother will be proud of me. Sylvia and Claude. Hey, Claude, you doing okay? Yes, I'm fine. But you shouldn't still be here, Sylvia. There's nothing you can do. And you are only endangering yourself. But, please, Sylvia, you cannot stay with me this time. But Claude, I love you. And I, you. That is why I ask. No. I'm with you till death do us part. Sylvia, please. I cannot allow that. Please understand. Well, that one was kind of sad. That really was just Claude saying, Sylvia, leave. Don't be here. And Sylvia saying, I want to be here. And Claude saying, no. Leave. That was harsh. I mean, I understand where Claude's coming from in terms of the relationship, but that was harsh. Ira and Lex? I guess we're nearing the end here, Lex. Yeah, you know, Ira, your stubbornness never ceases to amaze. Why didn't you just leave for Isach? Why should I have? Because I'm a woman? Why didn't you leave? You're every bit as responsible for the children as I am. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. But I don't know. I'm still not sure we should have abandoned the kids like that. That's why the instant this war is over, we'll go back to Isach for them together. Fair enough. Come on, let's get this over with. Lex, I'm sorry about all that. I've always been a fighter. This is the only life I have. Ha! It's fine, Ira, I know. That's what I love about you, isn't it? I've no idea how this thing will play out, but we're in it together no matter what. Thank you, Lex. Bridget, no. Raquasis and Beowulf. Beowulf. Look, Raquasis, if something happens to me, I want you to go to Lannister for me. Quain's kids are there with Finn. Help them out where I can't, yeah? No, you mustn't say such things. If I go to Lannister, you will come with me. Raquasis, I don't think I've done right by you. What? Why? I knew how you really felt all along. Oh? Look after yourself, Raquasis. This is fun while it lasted. Wait, Beowulf. And there you have it, all the lover conversations that we can have. Bridget, we missed out on Bridget's because Alec. We could have had it with Alec. Pursuit and Nylaha compared to Pursuit and Luna. No, it would only have been Luna. It wouldn't have been Pursuit. So Alec may have been better than Holian. But then again, you have to think about the stat transfers as well. I'm not entirely sure of all the stat transfers that they get. Oh, you know what else you have to think about? He has no Holy Blood. Does Holian have Holy Blood? Yeah, Odo, Holy Blood. So that'll help out with in some stat situations as well. Anyways. And we missed Iden's, but Iden's is only with Claude. And that's kind of a weird situation in and of itself. Anyways, the strategy going forward is actually relatively simple. You send Lewin, Claude. Yes, please save all that. Oh my gosh, I put so much effort into it. Aaron and Sylvia. Sylvia just because I don't really think we need her, and I'll probably leave her behind because she has no health. We may want to send Claude instead of Sylvia. Or not Sylvia, instead of Aaron. I think that's what I'll do instead. And then Raquasis as well. Okay, so this is what your little setup will look like here. And there's honestly a reason for all this, and you'll see soon enough. But have all your people there. I probably should have. Oh, Trifig is equipped. Okay. But if you look at his army, it's like, look, they have a silver lance, steel bow. He has Mjolnir, which is incredibly strong. He can do up to 60 resistance damage easily, and is dangerous for every unit, especially, or sorry, not especially, but even Lewin. Elf Thunders, I don't think they're different. This guy has a Miracle Band and a Fortify, so that's a huge HP restore. They all have like over 60 HP almost. Silver Blades, Javelins, and everyone up here has the Meteors. So it's incredibly strong. A very fitting group of enemies for the last fight of the first generation. But they will not trigger to attack Lewin unless you have someone go up here and drag aggro. And the reason I have Claude doing that, even despite him not being the most capable unit on his own, is because I need someone that has a good amount of resistance. He is going to be going over to these meteor mages, and he'll have to tank at least one, maybe 3 if things don't go well the first time. Oh, there it is. There it is. My bad. This is it! The time to strike is upon us! With the fire mages of Valthermer at our side, we shall crush the rebels in one fell swoop! Don't worry, Claude can run away. They're just all the units that couldn't see, Lewin. So their hit is 0. Because we have so much promoting his avoid. More units that couldn't see Lewin. Or didn't care for Lewin. That's a good point as well. Okay. He should go and attack Lewin now, yes. The reason you do this. Let's see if Lewin kills in one hit. It's time you had a lesson in obedience. Your teacher will be the supreme thunder magic Mjolnir. Ooh, he has a 43% chance to hit, and his attack is 60. Jeez. Will I survive if he hits me? 50... some damage. He didn't hit, by the way. Fuck! Oh, that sucks. But this happens. The betrayal. Execute the plan. Concentrate all your fire on Reptar and his army. There will be no survivors under any circumstance. Am I clear? So, her and her meteor mages. Then, push to betray this little group of soldiers here. Hold on, let me calculate this again. Do I actually die if he hits me? What's 60 minus 18? 50, 40 something? So it's like 42 damage. No, okay. But Claude, you do need to run away. I don't know how long it's going to take Lewin to kill, but you need to stay away from them until that time happens. Oh. I wonder what the chances of me putting him to sleep are. Irrelevant. Let's go! Oh, he got the crit too, so this will probably kill as long as Aegis doesn't activate. Come on. Oh! Bye, Reptar! Fuck you as the final boss. Ah! Arvis, you betrayed me. Something like that, I'm sure. Oh, great. Nice HP. And because he died, all of his soldiers disappear. That's why you do this, because if you can manage for Lewin to kill Reptar, then you don't even have to deal with his army. Yes, his army is good experience. If you have Do around, it's good money. Do as a thief fighter, it's good money, you know. But just killing him straight up will result in everything being way easier. That's why I say this part's not going to be long. Because now all we have to do is get Sigurd. Oh, that's also why Claude isn't in too much danger. Because you have a couple turns to do it before they catch up to him. All you have to do is get Sigurd up here. We handle our inventory beforehand. And a unique thing about this before I continue is that this is the only time I think... Yeah, you don't capture... This is the only time you don't capture a fortress or a castle for to end it. You talk directly to Ada. But let's get this show on the road. This will be a long conversation. Ah, Lord Sigurd, I'm glad to see you're safe. What's going on? What causes Valthermer's change of loyalty? Lord Arvis has long been aware of your innocence and was on your side all along. This affair, in its entirety, was dictated by the whims of Reptar and Langabolt, architects of the conspiracy against you. Lord Arvis was unable to act until now, as the Duke's control of the royal court was simply too powerful and contravene. Is that so? All's well that ends well, then. I can restore my father's good name in the court, and that'll be the end of it. Indeed, Lord Arvis and His Majesty await your return in Valhalla, Lord Sigurd. Please make your way to the royal city as soon as possible. Really? Very well. I'll be going then. I hear that Lord Arvis arranged a ceremonial reception for you with the entirety of the Valhalla Royal Guards. Quite the magnificent celebration of your glorious return is in order today, it seems. Thank you. After all that's happened the past few years, this ought to be a fitting conclusion. Once we're done, I shall look into getting my allies some compensation for their help. They certainly deserve it after all of this. Indeed, sir. So yay! Look at this reception. Look at them all. Our slow little jaunt over there to look at all the green units. Friends, you could say. All of our allies join us. Or at least a number of them join us. Ah, Lord Sigurd. Truly, this is quite the auspicious day. Congratulations on your triumphant return to the Fatherlands. It's good to see you too, Lord Arvis. And thank you for such a lavish greeting. If I may ask, where is His Majesty? Alas, His Majesty is taken severely ill. He has become permanently bedridden. As such, I am administering all affairs of state on his behalf for the time being. Is that so? I'm sorry to hear that. I bet my misadventures didn't exactly help His Majesty feel any better either. Once we're finished here, I shall visit the palace and give him my sincerest apologies. I think not. Sigurd of Calfee, I hereby sentence you to death for your crimes of treason. His Majesty will not be seeing you today or ever. What? What are you talking about, Lord Arvis? You are only realizing now. You are far too naive, Sigurd. Need I remind you that you and your father still sought to usurp the throne and plotted against the crown? Nothing has changed. It is my duty to exact justice upon you in the name of my wife, Princess Deirdre. I trust you understand, Sigurd. But Princess Deirdre? That... No, it cannot be. Ah, of course you've never met, correct? Very well. I suppose an introduction would be a fair parting gift for your demise. Come, Deirdre, greet our guests. But as you can see up top, some units might not be there. They're just off screen, I believe. Deirdre, allow me to introduce you to Sigurd, the spawn of your father's murderer, Byron. I trust you have some choice words for him. So this is Sir Sigurd? Deirdre, no, this cannot be happening. Why are you speaking like this? Deirdre, it really is you. No. Do you know me, sir? Of course I do. You're my... Enough. Deirdre, stand clear. This is an extremely dangerous man. Rest assured, this traitor will be punished. But he's... Can't we have a little more time? Unacceptable. Guards, escort the princess to the castle. Wait, Arvis, please. Just a little more time. So as you can see, Deirdre still has faint memories of Sigurd despite all of her memory erasing and controlling magic that's been used on her. Wait, Deirdre! Arvis, please, I beg of you. She's my... Enough. I grow weary of your ravings. Attention, men. We no longer have any use for keeping the traitor alive. Move in on Sigurd and his party. This time to serve them their punishment has come. Damn you, Arvis. Oh no, and we've been betrayed, all the red units. Arden and Du, you're not prepared for this. The tragedy, the meteor shower. Oh no. I don't believe killing any of those meteor units matters. I believe this is essentially this game's form of a cutscene. And Sigurd himself gets a special attack from Arvis's delightful fire magic. And there we go. The end of Generation 1. And thus comes to the end of an era. The path of Granval's great unrest arises from the conflict with Isach has led one young man to his grim fate. His sorrowful tale and those of countless other Valiantes are now lost to the world. Valiants are now lost to the world. Many heroes lost their lives on this path. Quain, the Prince of Leonstar. Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't even get this far. He died before this. Ethlyn, his wife. Poor Ethlyn. Died with her daughter in her arms, which sucks. And Sigurd, the young heir of Calfi. Betrayed by his, I don't know if Arvis is technically his friend, but definitely not after the Deirdre thing. And the names of those heroes who fought alongside Sigurd to the bitter end at Valhalla, whose fates remain unknown. Noish, a knight of Calfi. Alec, also a knight of Calfi. This will take quite a bit of time, so, buckle in. Arden, a knight of Calfi. Lex, a nobleman of Dozel. Of Dazel? I think it's Dozel. Azel, a nobleman of Valtholmer. Ira, the princess of Isach. Ideen, a noblewoman of Ljungby. Ljungby. Midir, a knight of Ljungby. Ljungby. Jamek, the prince of Verdane, who really didn't have much to do with this, but, ended up here anyways. Raquisius, a noblewoman of Nordion. Beowulf, a free-roaming knight. Holian, a gladiator, who also has, holy and noble blood in his veins, but he chose to be a gladiator. Du, a thief. Your common everyday thief somehow ended up here. Lewin, the prince of Cilici, who didn't actually die. Aaron, a Pegasus knight of Cilici, who also didn't actually die. Sylvia, a wandering dancer. I only know specific people that didn't die. Claude, a priest of Edda. Ida? Whatever. Tilte, a noblewoman of Friege, who I don't believe died either. Bridget, a noblewoman of Ljungby. Ljungby, who is also technically a pirate. These brave youths fought to change the world for the better, yet now their unfulfilled dreams lie dead with them on the battlefield. Was their sacrifice in vain? What were they fighting for all along? And what of the light? And there you have it. The end of Generation 1. A tragic betrayal, resulting in the death of many of your favorite units. We'll save here. But regardless of all of that, thank you everybody for watching. Next time we will start at Generation 2 with Chapter 6, Heirs to the Light. I'll see you then.